Choosing the right insurance agent, the right insurance company, and the right coverage is critical. It's not something we typically prioritize until we wish we had. So today I want to share with you Mathew Borg from Mathew Borg Insurance, or MB Insurance. He came out to one of our recent Director Network meetings, so we recapped some of that conversation for you. Just some highlights, some things to consider when choosing an agent. At the end of the video, I'll share with you some tips and tricks that I've learned over the years that I believe can help you save money with great coverage with great local service. Here's Mathew Borg.
Are we taking it home? Everybody's like super excited. You've hit some high notes. We're going to hit some high notes now. Well, hi everybody. I'm really happy that I have an opportunity to be able to be here. My name is Mathew Borg. I'm an agency owner, and we specialize in commercial insurance. MB Insurance LLC is the name of the agency. But what I wanted to do is just kind of be able to allow you guys to be able to have an open forum. You know, a lot of times insurance is just, it's a necessary evil in most of our minds. But what kind of insurance? So I'm gonna just start this off by just asking you, what kind of insurance do you need? What kind of insurance do you as a director need in your business? Just go ahead and just.
Liability.
Liability. Okay, what kind of liability? Just
Child accident policy.
Child accident policy. Interesting. And so what would that cover? Great opportunity to be able to realize dismissing a lawsuit because of good faith. If you have a policy that gives those kids that you have in your custody while they're there, if they were to be able to get hurt, do you have something that's built into your policy to be able to extend some coverage to them while they get hurt either at the facility or they get hurt going to like a field trip or something like that? What are some of the other things we need? We talked about workers' compensation, we talked about liability, and I think we're just kind of scratching the surface on liability. What kind of different kinds of liability might there be?
My building.
So property insurance, you got to have property insurance if you have stuff and you want to be able to insure it, all right, that you can use your insurance policy to be able to insure that. But if you're set up on a lease basis and maybe you're leasing from somebody who owns the property, you may, according to the way that the lease parameters are set up, be responsible for damage to the building. Do you have enough coverage? What's another type of liability insurance that might be some concern? Most of us as business owners, what I want you to be able to think about when it comes to liability is when you're paying for insurance, typically the very first layer of coverage that you're going to realize is that if you or your business is seen as the at-fault party where somebody else suffers bodily injury or property damage, okay? So, now, that is really kind of more of a tangible insurance because it affects tangible things, right? You got somebody's flesh that has been harmed, or you got somebody's property that has been harmed, and if you're seen as the negligent party, then you have a layer of coverage to be able to protect you from that, all right? Now, what happens if it is something that is not really tangible? It has to do with something that was said, or advice that was given, or what about the teachers? What about the people who are with the kids and stuff that may be said to them, okay? This is what we call professional liability insurance, also known as errors and omissions insurance. So if something is said, that's not really a tangible thing, but if it translates into harm down the road and you don't have that kind of coverage, that could be it. I mean, it could be $1 million claim, all right? What about sexual abuse claims or molestation claims? A lot of the policies that I see that are out there, they don't include that kind of coverage. Are you covered correctly? It's really important to be able to realize that. Anytime that you realize somebody who's in a position of trust, that is something that I would say, you know what, we better put this at probably the top of the list. What about automobile insurance? Automobile insurance, sometimes maybe, hey, I don't have a vehicle, all right? But maybe I've got a staff member who's gonna run to the store to be able to go pick up some cheese sticks or some snacks because we ended up running low. We didn't order enough, or there was something that caused us to be able to go and get it. I don't care if it's stamped, et cetera, whatever. And you have a staff member that leaves to go, and in doing that, they get into an accident. So they're on the clock, they're doing something for your business, and they go out, but they're in their own vehicle. All right, there's an element of coverage that you can realize on your policy. It's called hired and non-owned. So you don't own that vehicle, but the people who you are paying to be able to do a job, all right, are driving their own vehicle. What if their individual insurance has a commercial risk exclusion on it? That means if they get into an accident and somebody else gets hurt in that accident, all right, they suffer bodily injury, and their insurance company says, we're not paying for that. Do you have the right coverage to be able to shield you from that kind of claim? There's so many different layers that are really important to be able to pay attention to. But what I would want to be able to leave you guys with a thought and not beat you up with insurance, basically, is to be able to say, what kind of insurance do I need? All right, and you put it out there first, and that is liability insurance. Yes, we do, and there's several different, boxes that we would really do well to be able to check as we go down. I would say it's daycare insurance, okay? If your policy is not put together on a package basis that's designed specifically for daycare, all right, then it may be coming from multiple different sources, and sometimes insurance companies don't play well together. If you've got one company that can put all those things together for you, it's likely a very good situation, God forbid, but in the event of a claim, guess what? They're all on the same page, all right? Because especially as a director, you're so busy, you're so immersed in what it is that you're doing every day, and because often it is considered a necessary evil, I think Kirk realized when he was able to realize the transition from we was with previously to where we were able to help him go, that I think the light kind of went on and his eyes were open to be able to realize, hey, you know what, there's a whole lot more opportunity here for me to be able to be covered better, to be able to make sure that my staff is covered, to be able to make sure that my property is covered, to be able to make sure that, all aspects in as comprehensive of a way are going to be covered, because your insurance policies are only designed to cover what they cover. How many of you have gone home and read an insurance policy lately? And I can't tell you how many times I sit down with people, both in the daycare environment and then outside, because we work with so many different commercial entities, is that they get something in the mail, they get something in the email, and they go, okay, what's my premium? All right, let's keep this in place. I'm done with that. They just kind of file it back. It's a unique risk. I mean, let's make no mistake, it is its own animal, and that's why when I say, what kind of insurance do you need? It's not general liability insurance, it's not auto insurance, it's not umbrella insurance, it's daycare insurance. Right. You need to have a plan that is custom fit to your scenario. It needs to work for you, and you want to be able to have the confidence that you need to be able to just rest easy and know that, hey, you know what, my agent's taking care of that, or I know how my policy works. So, does that all make sense? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, there you go.
When it comes to insurance, I would encourage you not to just go with the flow. For the first 10 or 12 years, I chose an insurance company that everybody else used and figured they'd have my best interest in mind. They were on the other side of the mountains, and what I learned is they were more interested in my premium payment than making sure they met my needs and considered the unique needs of our facility and eventually facilities with both centers. So I encourage you to consider a local agent. Now, if you're in Western Colorado, I'll put down for you Mathew Borg's information in the description below in this video. If you're not in this area, search for an agent. You likely already understand that child care insurance is a unique creature, and so you're going to look for an agent that specializes, has maybe several customers in the child care industry, but look for someone local that can put their feet on the ground at your facility, because everybody has unique aspects even though we're in the same industry. The next big thing is this: shopping for insurance should not be your job. You should take the initiative to get the ball rolling, but when it comes to thinking about all the things that they have to look at, your VINs and all this, give them, if you have a current policy and you're looking to upgrade or save some money, give them your insurance policy and let them do the work. Let them tell you if there's an early buyout clause, or what coverage you have, what you don't have. Let them do the comparisons. I would literally email them that policy and let them come back to me a few days later, a week later, with all of that research. Let them do the work. They are the salesperson that's trying to earn your business. Make them earn it. So don't use the excuse of, I don't have time to get into all the insurance stuff, I'm just gonna write the check for my renewal. Send an email. That's all it takes to get the ball rolling on shopping a new policy. I hope you'll set aside 15 minutes to do some research, find some local agents, let them do their due diligence on your policy and what they can provide for you. Hope this is beneficial. If this was helpful for you at all, please like the video. Let me know what you've learned over your time in the industry on your insurance things. So make a comment below and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks and have a great day.